Hey, how is it going? My name is Genevieve, the Keto Goddess Castonguay, and I'm excited to come to you guys live today because I've been getting a myriad of questions over the last several years. And I recount, and I was going to say regurgitate, which I actually just did say, but I say all this information all the time and it becomes second nature to me. But I understand that there's so many more people out there that are interested in harnessing the power of ketones. And so what I'm going to do today is walk through some of the top questions that I get on a day in and day out basis and try to give you a little bit of explanation about the exogenous ketones, the pure therapeutic ketones by Pruvit, and shed a little bit of light on what this is, how it can benefit you. Do you need to do the lifestyle or the diet? Or if you're an athlete, how can that help you? If you're pregnant or breastfeeding, what's the best formula? And so on and so forth. So I'm here to take some answers, to take some questions, to provide you some answers, and to share what I know and love, which has been harnessing the power of ketones through nutrition and through this amazing natural product that I talk about every single day. So I'm going to dive right in here, and I would love for anybody to chime in at any point, and I will read your message out loud and I will gladly answer it. So first and foremost, what is KetoOS? What is Keto Operating System? What is this company? Pruvit. So 3 years ago, maybe just over 3 years now, exogenous ketones, exo meaning outside of the body, were not really in existence. Ketone esters and the applications of researching ketones were around, but actually having them out to the public was not a real viable option. NASA and the Navy SEALs were the first ones to really come up with the formulation of figuring out if they are going to be doing deep sea diving or being exposed to extreme elements, they need to get their brains optimized and their bodies optimized very quickly. And glucose, unfortunately, which is how we mostly fuel our bodies through carbohydrates, it's not an efficient fuel source. And a lot of people don't know that. That's why the ketogenic lifestyle is really taken off, because keto and ketones are 70% more efficient to fuel your body and your brain than glucose. But if you are living a normal lifestyle, let's say you eat carbohydrates to an average level or more, your body won't go into a state of ketosis. And so this KetoOS product was derived from the idea that we needed to get our soldiers, our astronauts into a prime state of ketosis very quickly without having to change their lifestyle. And so this product was formulated to put bioidentical ketones, same as the ones you can produce in your body, but bypassing the whole breaking down of the fats in your liver, and putting them directly in your bloodstream. See, your body always takes the most readily available energy source. So if you're drinking ketones, well then guess what, friends? Your body will use that for fuel source first before you're using your carbohydrates or your other ketone source. So pure therapeutic ketones came to be that way. Pruvit learned about the formulation, learned about everybody was behind it, the research, the science, and this is how this conversation started. And so what is absolutely phenomenal about it is that they lead with education first. As you know, I'm pretty well versed in the science behind it, but nobody has to be. If you're an average consumer or somebody talking about this conversation, you just need to know what it does and how it makes you feel, and you can have your own experience from it. But I will give you some of the science behind it because I do want you to understand how it works. So essentially, there's a multitude of different flavors and formulas out there, but all of them have the ketone molecule called beta-hydroxybutyrate, which is BHB. That's the blood ketone molecule. There's 3 different types of ketone molecules that can be produced in the body, but the most important is the one in our bloodstream. That's the one that revs up your system. That's the one that crosses the blood-brain barrier and is going to fuel that brain more effectively as well. Because remember, if we're fueling our brain better, it signals to the rest of our body to function more properly. So how it works is we drink it and it's absorbed into the bloodstream. Within 30 to 40 minutes, we achieve a state of ketosis, which is using ketones for fuel or using fat for fuel. So as you can imagine, ketones are inherently promoting fat loss. How? Well, they preserve your lean muscle mass as you shed weight, but not just weight, fat. And so a lot of people start this lifestyle because they're looking for fat loss, but they find it's really hard to adhere to. Maybe they have too many sugar cravings. Maybe just, the thought of doing high fat, low carb is really difficult. And they're looking for a catalyst of change, something that's going to help them to really promote a better, cleaner lifestyle. And so that is what the ketones are here, to help you adhere and be compliant to your lifestyle, but you don't have to be fully keto. I'm just warning you guys, my dogs are about to bark in 2 minutes because someone just came here. So I'm just letting you know, 2 Rotties are going to bark in the background. Anyways, so a question that I often get is, do you have to live a ketogenic lifestyle in order to benefit? The answer is actually no. So I always believe that fitness and nutrition are really important parts for your whole internal health overall. However, ketones work independently from the lifestyle. So if you take bioidentical ketones in a drink form, well then guess what, friends? This can still help you get all those benefits for your brain and your body, and you don't have to necessarily live full out a keto lifestyle. It will actually help you be more compliant because it cuts your sugar cravings and your hunger. So you might find that intermittent fasting is easier. You might find you don't want to have a dessert anymore. You might find naturally yourself lowering your carbohydrates and you're able to actually switch this lifestyle. That's what the power of ketones can do. They can help you with satiation and just feeling more full all the time. They help to boost your motivation, your mood, which I know sounds a little crazy, but they literally bring more oxygen to the brain, which is awesome. So they elevate your mood and more brain power. I know the dogs are gonna bark in 1 second. Like, just wait for it. You're gonna hear it. Okay, I can see it happening. Okay, so these all ketones that are here are phenomenal, like I had just mentioned. Is it safe? What else is in it? So it's a completely natural supplement. As you guys may or may not know, I had a stage 2 thyroid cancer several years ago. What does that mean? Well, I had a full thyroidectomy. My thyroid was removed. And for me, putting anything unnatural in my body doesn't make sense for my lifestyle. So that's why I switched to keto, and then that's why I also supplement with these. They have 0 artificial flavors, colors, or additives. The only ingredients in it are the BHB ketones, as well as some BCAs, so fermented amino acids, that help be the building blocks to proteins and to preserve that lean muscle mass. Everyone wants that lean muscle mass, especially as we get older. Think about your metabolism. 70% of that is made up of, if you have lean muscle mass, and every year over the age of 30, you lose 1% of muscle mass if we don't do something, nutrition or fitness, to maintain it. So it's not meant to scare you, but ketones can help you preserve your lean muscle as you lose fat or maintain your body composition, and it could be a really great catalyst of change for you. So it's completely safe. Like I said, no artificial anything. It's water soluble. So any of the ketones that your body doesn't use for energy, you will just pee them out. And I'm being real, this is the same thing that your body does. If your body has too many ketones in it, if you're a regular person who produces even low levels of insulin, you will never reach an acidic state of ketones unless you're type 1 diabetic, which you can still do this, but of course we take precautions. So message me if you have questions about that. We're not getting into the medical side right now, but I'm pregnant currently. So right now I'm 13 weeks pregnant, and I take the ketones because they're completely safe for me and my unborn fetus in here. As you can see by the lovely picture here as I promote my little one. Bouncing around, may I say. But I decided to take the decaf version because obviously limiting caffeine is something that we want to do for more blood flow for the baby. But what's really cool is that all of the products come in either caffeinated or decaf versions, other than the Unleashed, which I'll explain in a second. So the Max products and the Nat products, people are probably like, I don't know the difference. Why are there so many flavors? I'll tell you why. First of all, more flavors means more variety for you at the end of the day. But the flavors really are actually just there as flavors, so that let's say you get bored of one, you want to try a different flavor. It's amazing that there's like 10 different flavors out there. But the formulas, there is something to speak to that. So the ones that you're most commonly going to hear about are Max, and that was the, it's been kind of our poster child a product for the last several years. So it has that BHB in it. It has the fermented amino acids in it. It has only sweetened with stevia or erythritol. If you know what they are, they're natural sweeteners. They don't spike your insulin. They register as 0 on the glycemic index, so they're really, really safe. And they do have this ingredient called CMED 100. This is where the sciencey stuff is. You don't need to know all of it, but let me explain, okay? So this is by a company that it actually helps to preserve and extend the life of your telomeres. Telomeres are the caps at the ends of your DNA strands. So if we're looking to strengthen our DNA that usually degrades over time and age, well, guess what this does? It helps to strengthen those bonds, so it's protecting your cells. That's included in each one of these packets. And it's not a progressive thing. It's not you take 6 packets, it starts working. Every single dosage, that's why they're called pure therapeutic ketones. Every dose is going to help you in one way or another to achieve your state of ketosis and reap the benefits that you're looking for out of ketones, which are so many. So going back to the NAT versus Max. Max was the original formula. I'm going to show you a NAT box. You get to see my fun little, look at that, cute. Let's find one. Here it is. I have lots of boxes. Okay, as you can see, they have the same flavors. Why? Because what we're doing currently is switching all of the Max flavors over to NAT. And I will tell you why. It's not because Max is inferior, it's because we found something absolutely superior in NAT. NAT is the world's first and only ketones that are extracted from a natural fermentation process. What that actually means to you is they are the most bioreadily available for your body, the most bioidentical ketones to ones you can actually produce, so your body will use them quickly, it'll be a swift uptake, and it'll last longer. And it is patented by Pruvit, so no other company out there that promotes any sort of ketones can use this process. So all of the flavors that are your favorites are eventually going to switch over to Keto West Nat. So eventually you're going to see all of them, and it's going to be incredible. It has all of the same amazing benefits of that. So you guys heard from me, is it safe? Absolutely. I'm pregnant, I'm taking it. There's a multitude of people that take it. There's children through the elderly for so many different reasons, from cognitive function to fat loss, to increasing your stamina, to better sleep, to better mood, to cutting sugar cravings. There's so many different applications, and that's why I can't stop talking about it, because literally it's changed my life. I have 275 individual customers that I've helped, plus other people, to buy boxes consistently, because they understand that if they take it every day, they're just going to feel amazing and they're going to reap all of the benefits of ketones. And I get asked a lot also, okay, if I do work out, when should I take it? What's the best formula? So we do have a formula here called Unleashed, and Unleashed is a really cool name for it, because it's like unleashing your power, like, you know, taking the reins off of your power. So Unleashed comes in a few flavors. The one that is the most popular out all the time is called Blue Ocean. It tastes like a pina colada, like a coconut pineapple. It's delicious. My favorite flavor. It has 30% more ketones in it than the others, and it also has more caffeine. So if you are doing caffeine free, then you won't be using this one. But that being said, if you are an athlete or even someone who's just trying to ramp up their fitness or just wants more ketones infused in their day, the cost per box is not that much more expensive, and you are going to be able to really boost this and have longer effects. So I know people that work out consistently, and they will take it 30 to 60 minutes prior to the workout. Ketones will kick in within 30-40 minutes. You'll be in that prime fat burning mode. Your endurance, your stamina, you'll do things you didn't think you could do before, like extra cardio, because who likes cardio, right? And you'll just find yourself, even your strength and performance be improved. And a lot of times that actually can be depleted if you don't have enough food in you from the typical westernized diet, right? So this really helps you to stop those crashes, to boost your energy and make you feel awesome. So that's really good. The best time of day. Listen, the best time of day, there's no optimal time of day because you could use it for so many reasons. But I will give you what most people do, and that's usually first thing in the morning or mid-morning. I'll explain why. If you're someone who likes to drink coffee, first of all, I will share something about coffee and bulletproof coffee in just a moment. But if you're someone who likes to drink coffee and likes to start the day that way, then don't change your practice. Start the morning with your coffee. But let's say around 10:30, 11 o'clock, your day is just ramping up, you know, your caffeine's in your system a little bit, but you're starting to wear off. Grab a pack of ketones, okay? Shake it up. Put it in your shaker bottle, whatever you need, about 600-700 milliliters. And this is what you're going to do. You're going to drink it all within 30-40 minutes. And the effects will last about 4 to 5 hours. So what does that mean for you? That just means that you are going to reap the benefits of the ketones well into the afternoon. So when 3 o'clock hits and you usually get those lulls and those midday crashes, well, guess what, friends? That is going to help to stop that. You're not going to be snacking anymore on, on those little treats that are at the office. This will just help to boost everything. If you're looking for something that is going to for sure stop your midday crashes, maybe take it around 2 o'clock. Just remember, if it does have caffeine in it, it's equivalent to about 12 ounces of coffee. So if you're not tolerant to caffeine, don't take it too late. Sometimes people stop taking it at 4 or 5 o'clock so that they can get to bed, usually about 4 hours before bed. I'm pretty tolerant to caffeine, but because I'm doing decaf free, for me, I could take it as late as I want and it won't keep me up. So that's a really, really great benefit. So yeah, so those are all of the things that are commonly asked about keto. I would love to get some questions from you, and even if they are not right now, I can definitely go on this and answer them at a later time. But I would absolutely love to just get some more questions answered, because people ask me all of the time, you know, what can I do, and like, is this possible for me, and do I have to do the diet? So that's going to really be beneficial for you. So hopefully this shed a little bit of light. The 2 other things I want to just quickly touch on is, do you like your coffee? Okay, so if you at all do the ketogenic lifestyle, or perhaps you don't, but you've heard of something called bulletproof coffee, let me explain. What the premise is behind that is that you are infusing your coffee or your tea or your hot beverage with healthy fats. Okay, why are we doing this? Why would we want to do that? Well, I'll explain. First of all, if you infuse your drink with feel full for most of the day. Also, having MCT, which is medium chain triglycerides, which is a derivative of coconut oil, but it's super clean fat, it'll go right across the blood-brain barrier and supercharge your brain. So now cognitively, you're firing a little bit better, you're feeling really full, you don't have to eat right away, maybe your first meal is not till noon, maybe you're practicing something called intermittent fasting. Well, having ghee and butter and MCT oil and everything is great when you're at home. But if you are somebody who works in an office, lugging that around with a little blender, that's just not possible. And emulsifying it is always the best way of doing it. So Pruvit has a solution for that. It is called Keto Cream. There's multiple flavors. These are my 2 favorite. The sweet cream, which is the original, as well as the pumpkin spice. Why? What is it? It has those 3 strains of MCT, the medium chain triglycerides, like I had mentioned, those healthy fats that cross the blood-brain barrier to fuel your body. It has natural sweeteners in it that won't spike your insulin. It's sweetened with Ceylon cinnamon, which is delicious. And it also has collagen. Collagen is not only good for hair, skin, nails, eyes, but it's also great for the elasticity of your joints. So as we get older, our collagen depletes naturally. So this has 4 different types of collagen infused in each packet. And it's a packet to go. You shake it up, you put it in your coffee, you just stir it. It emulsifies really, really well. And then you're good to go. No other additives. Don't add cream, don't add anything. This is your keto cream. It is your go-to. I honestly love this. When I run out, I cry. It's so amazing. It is delicious and phenomenal. So if you're a coffee drinker or even a tea drinker, like a chai tea, add that. You will just absolutely love it. Okay, almost there. couple more things. Do you have trouble sleeping? I did. I mean, I was an insomniac. My hormones were all over the place with my thyroid, and I just had issues sleeping. So Keto KALM honestly helped me with this. It has a natural ingredient that I was already taking called L-theanine that helps to promote relaxation of the mind. So it doesn't do the same thing like melatonin, which can play with your circadian rhythm. This will actually just relax the thoughts of your mind so you can get to sleep faster. It does have an ingredient called 5-HTP that naturally raises serotonin, aka the happy hormone, to the brain. So you're relaxing, you're happier. It has ketones in it, and there's chocolate and apple, caramel apple. So delicious. You do the same thing like your ketones, put it in hot water, shake it up, drink it in, a cup or 2 cups of water. You're good to go. Take it about 2 hours before bedtime. You will sleep like a baby. Your quality of sleep will be so much better. And the last product that's part of the ecosystem, beyond the reboot, which I do have a whole other post about the reboot I'll go into another time, is our bone broth. Why do we have this, right? So bone broth, as you know, has, and maybe you don't know actually, has essential amino acids in it. Amino acids are, like I told you, the building blocks of protein. They help preserve your muscles and your tissues and your proteins, and we don't necessarily get all of them all the time. So what's great is that this is from the bone marrow, fermented bone broth, grass-fed bone broth. So essentially you're getting these amino acids that you can't get normally in the muscle of the meat, and we're extracting them into this awesome formula. There's 2 flavors, salted caramel. It sounds so weird, but like the sweet flavors are really good. You can blend them up into a smoothie, or if you like savory, keto thyme, which tastes like chicken noodle soup. So you can add it to your soups. You can have it on your own. It can bridge gaps. It could be a lunch for you. It has protein in it. It's really amazing, and again, all natural, nothing artificial at all, like no colors that are artificial, nothing. So I like to take this sometimes midday. Sometimes I make egg drop soup. Whatever I do with it, I just love it. So this has been part of my arsenal for a while, and I will still do all of the ecosystem of products because, let me just explain, even as a pregnant woman, they're all safe and they're all natural. And I do live a ketogenic lifestyle, so this just complements, amplifies, and is an elixir for the lifestyle. If you don't live this lifestyle, you know what? You will still reap the benefits of ketones, and it'll actually give you a taste of what ketosis feels like nutritionally. Maybe it'll be a catalyst of change for you. So I hope I helped to answer some questions. I'm really excited to get some more from you guys in the future. I'm going to reshare this on all my platforms and on my YouTube channel. And if you have anything, please hit me up. My website to look about the ketones is sipintoketosis.com, sipintoketosis.com, sip into ketosis.com, okay? And if you want to know about keto coaching or anything else, then go to ketobetterlife.com. Okay, so I am the Keto Goddess. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. Hopefully you learned something today. If you have more questions, please feel free. I'm going to be sharing and chronicling my keto pregnancy on my YouTube channel as well. So please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys all very shortly. Have a wonderful afternoon.